Alright, the next Hildy quest, the Manderville quest, is If I Could Turn Back Time. Given to us by Hildy himself. We are next to Onyx Shrine in the Dravanian Forelands. And if you didn't hear that right, the quest is If I Could Turn Back Time. Here we go. I, Hildebrand, agent of Enquiry, Inspector Extraordinaire, do hereby ask you all to aid me in rescuing my son and putting a stop to the Grand Sir's machinations. You know, there's really no need for all that. We came because we wanted to help, says Seer. Everybody nods. I, Nashu, faithful assistant, maker of explosives extraordinaire, do hereby present to you this fresh change of clothing. Capital. I knew I could count on you, Nashu. I shall change en route. Come, my friends, to Zenith and to Gigi. Godbert and Julian are with us. They are the last to leave, walking calmly. Where? Oh, yeah. 163 teleports us to Zenith with reduced rates. It would... You know, it's still not that expensive, kind of surprisingly. Even without the reduced. Yeah, but once at Zenith, a little bit to the east, we find Hildy and the gang. Back in his black tuxedo. Make ready, my friends. The final battle with the Grand Sirs is at hand. But he stumbles. 'Twould seem my wounds were more serious than I thought. I fear I am in no condition to confront our foes. There is but one thing that could restore me to my former indomitable self. Don't worry, I've got some salamander oil right here. Shall Mummy give her baby boy a massage? Says Julian. Oh, my dearest Mummy, Mother dearest, I would not impose upon you, not when my ever-loyal associate, Mercy, stands ready to minister to my muscles. Excuse me, what? Excuse me, what? Don't tell me you're embarrassed. Wait, don't tell me you're embarrassed. Yeah, let Mummy take care of little Hildy's hurts. Let Mummy take care of little Hildy's hurts. I can't do her voice right now. I can't figure out how to... Again, I don't do it well anyway, but, you know. Don't tell me you're embarrassed. Let Mummy take care of little Hildy's hurts. My dear wife, I know you mean well, but let Mercy handle it. There is a bond which transcends time and space and personal boundaries. If that's the way of it, I'm counting on you, Mercy. There we go. She is handing me, through Hildy, because of positioning, the salamander oil, I guess. Let us brook no further delay. Come, my friend, coat my body in oil, as you have done many a time before. Have I ever done it? But I don't think I have. Anyway, we click on the little salamander oil icon. Ooh, how it soothes my aches and pains. Quickly now, knead it into my flesh. Knead as you have never kneaded before. I don't think I have. Interacting. Ah, the rel... God, such ferocious kneading. I applaud your enthusiasm, but mayhap I urge you to excessive force. Ha ha, nay, you are in the right. Already the gentle warmth begins to spread throughout my body. The fires of righteousness burn anew in my breast. Godbert does a couple poses. Hold, my son. Though your passion is renewed, you may yet be spurred to greater feats of Mandervillian strength. Derived from the purest essence of salamanders, the ancient legacy of House Manderville. Salamanderville, to you, my beloved son, now become a proud father, I bequeath this most sacred of oils. Sacred of oils. Salamanderville? Could it be that the legends were true? Your muscles shall shine with the brilliance of 1,000 suns. No mortal man will have the power to do you harm. Verily it is so, for by its grace did I once weather the slings and arrows of a bandit horde and bring my hammer of justice to bear upon their wicked heads. The time has come, Mercy. Take this oil and help Hildy become the Manderville man he was meant to be. He hands me another thingy of oil. I target Hildy and use this vial of Salamanderville. Takes a little bit longer. Oh, the Salamanderville. How it flows into every nook and cranny. Quickly now, lay your hands upon me. Massage me with all your might. I feel like I'm voicing some kind of erotic book. A weird one. But, alright. We interact again. Yes, that's the spirit. I can feel it building and rising. Rising. Are we freaking done? Oh my god. He takes one of his poses. I massage him for longer. Again, seriously, it feels like I'm reading something I shouldn't be reading. Nasher just keeps giving like little punches in the air like hurrahs. Such passion, such fervor. I am the inferno unbound, the tempest unleashed, but I have not yet begun to pose. Ugh. Massage Hildy once more with feeling. Much longer interaction. I'm going to take a drink during this. Might need a cigarette after. No, I'm just kidding. I am a Manderville man. That Salamanderville is. My word, I've never felt so alive. Such vibrant colors, such intense sounds, such fragrant smells. Mother, Father, mercy, 'twas your oils and your strong yet tender fingers which opened my eyes to the glory of creation. I am a gentleman inspector reborn. Onward, to zenith. No matter the laws of nature they pervert or the limits they break, the Grand Sirs can do naught to stop me. Okay. Cutscene. We see the 6 of us in a sort of circle. We're all looking to each other, looking to Hildy. He gives a fist and palm and a nod. I nod with him. Nashu, Sir, whatever. Seer? CYR, still don't know how to pronounce it this whole time. We are walking up some ramps and stairs, 4 abreast in a line. The camera looks zooms in one at a time on each of us. I remember this place. We had to, there's like a circular ramp that goes all the way around the building and up and up and up. At the top, we see the silhouettes of, in my opinion, the still old-looking Grand Sirs. They do superhero landings on some steps above us. The Dragoon is, once again, young, blonde, hale, and hearty. The Mage is silver-haired, young, Elzen, hale, and hearty. Hardy, sorry. The Black Mage, young, female, Elzen, hale, and hearty. Ruh-roh. Godbert and Julian join us. Just watching, but from like a little bit. They're down another level. Gigi does indeed have pointier, scary eyes. Grand Sirs, I have come for my son. Oh, must we do this now? We have a dragon to slay, says Doris, young. There is no need for any of this. The war is over, says Seer. But not for long. The worm's death will give rise to a new era of fire and blood, and we, having consumed his eyes, will use our new powers to win untold glory on the battlefield. Our legends will echo in eternity. You would doom countless innocents for glory? No, I won't allow it, over my dead body, says Seer. Far be it from us to deny you, then. This is the end for you, says Orland, the Lancer, Dragoon, whatever. They all whip out their weapons. The ultimate end, they say, together. Oh, wow. They kind of do this little weird teleporty thing with, like, lightning strikes, and then there's a big lightning tornado, like, right in front of us. Godbert is surprised. Julian is as well. A little panic. The Hildy is in the middle of this whirling vortex of lightning and wind energies. I don't see the Grand Sirs anywhere. Now we're kind of in this black void, and Hildy is surrounded by the 3 younger enemies. We're kind of in space. They're doing basically like limit breaks, like like Knights of the Round kind of thing. Actually, pretty damn similar to Knights of the Round, which is a different video game, obviously. Some fire novas, some wind novas, some slashes and pokes with the spear. A giant block of ice hits him from above. A big earth spell shatters him. Like some coils of dragon. It just keeps going and going and going. Fireball. And then the old maiden that is the Dragoon's ex-wife lover person. He once again summons that blue dragon head and does the final attack, and we get the little limit break kind of final shatter of this, like the screen shatter. And we're back to present. That's hilarious. They all teleport back to like where they started. I'm shielding my eyes. Seer is down but getting up. Nashu's down, hands and knees, but kind of like a weird squat. Nobody's in. Hildy is face down on the ground, not moving. His mom starts to go to him, but Godbert puts an arm out. Have faith, my love. He is our son. She looks a tad worried, but, you know, it's okay with being held back. Hildy does start to get up, hands pushing him up to a standing position. Tuxedo, once again, torn to shreds as usual. Midriff bare. Gigi, my beautiful boy, pray do not look on me with such pointy eyes. Let Papa Hildy take you home to our gazebo. Stop calling me that. My name is Vivi. Vivi, I remember everything. My powers, my purpose, my grandpapa Quan. Still kind of pointy-eyed. I made them young again, but it's not enough. I need more. I need the worm's eyes, and then I can finally bring him back. I'm sorry, Gigi, but no, you cannot. Grandpapa Quan is gone. He's right, Gigi. Mayhap you could restore his corporeal form and breathe life into it, but his soul, what made him your grandpapa, is forever beyond your reach, says Seer. That's not true. I can restore anything to its ideal form, to the way it should be, even Grandpapa Quan, even you, Papa Hildy. He puts his staff up in the air a little bit. Please, Gigi, you have to stop. If you keep using your power, you'll die, says Seer. Power does emanate like the little time magic-y thing, and he has targeted Hildy. Hildy's a glow in light right now. Looks the same. Gigi tries again. Targets Hildy again. Looks the same still. Gigi's like panting. I don't understand. Your clothes are still dirty and tattered. Hildy starts doing his poses. Nashu gives her a little hooray pose. As they should be, Gigi, for every waking moment is as the gods intended. Every day I live life to the fullest. Every day I enjoy grand adventures. I found your grandpapa's research notes. What he gave you wasn't the power to make things the way they were. He gave you the power to change the world, to make things the way you yourself believed they should be. That's why your magics have no effect on the Inspector, because you know in your heart that that this battered and bruised form of his is, in its own way, right. Gigi, the camera zooms in on Gigi for a second. My thoughts exactly, Inquisitor Seer, and it is for this self-same reason that you were unable to make Grandmaster Quan younger. In your heart you knew there was naught that needed to be changed. Your beloved grandpapa was exactly as he should be. Your every day was to be treasured and worthy of celebration. Nashu nods. Gigi shakes his head. Then what about the Grand Sirs? Why was I able to make them young again? All you truly knew of them were the stories they told. Wondrous tales of daring do by heroes in the prime of their lives. It's no wonder you were able to envision them as such. That's all they ever talked about. Sorry, that's my voice going, not his. When they were young and free and full of fire. Yeah. At first, Archmagus Quan didn't understand the true nature of your abilities. He struggled to deduce why you could not make him younger as he originally intended. Eventually, he realized that your fond memories of him were preventing you from conceiving of him as anything but an elderly creator, and that the only way to achieve his goal would be to take them from you. Okay, wait, hold on. Oh. But you were all he had left in the world. He no longer a mere mammoth, but a friend, family, his only family, his grandson. He couldn't bear to lose you, so he renounced his quest for immortality. Immortality. Gigi kind of thinks on this. But I still lost my memories in the end. He was afraid of leaving you all alone in the world, afraid that others would attempt to take advantage of you and your magics, so before he died, he decided to take your memories from you after all, to protect you. But despite his best efforts, something remained, something stronger and more powerful and more resilient than anything Archmagus Quan ever dared dream. You were never broken, Gigi. You were never abandoned. All he wanted was to set you free. Free to do what? Hildy nods. Whatever you like, Gigi, don't you see? That was his final gift to you. A new life, a new story, all your own. Gigi kind of twists his hat, adjusting it in the Vivi fashion. This has all been very, very touching, but we're not getting any younger. Well, you aren't, at any rate, says Doris. We have suffered your meddling long enough. I had intended to use this trap to kill the worm, but since you are so perfectly positioned... Whips out her staff, puts it into the sky. Twin fireballs like twine around each other. They go away from each other now, and they have each hit some barrels of explosive powder, one would think. Oh, shit. And two tall towers, thin, like kind of like just sentry kind of posts, kind of just towers, start to fall down toward us. Seer is on his butt on the ground. Hildy's looking up at the towers. He looks to Gigi, gets a little bit surprised. Gigi starts doing the Hildy poses. Yeah, get buff, get ripped, Gigi. And his eyes are back to the normal rectangles. Hildy smiles wide, but is like kind of holding up his hands to ward off whatever's falling. Gigi turns, floats into the air with like sparkling motes all around him, sparkling blue motes. Spreads his arms wide. 4 clockwork gear kind of things erupt around him. I am Vivi, grandson of Archmagus Quan, and Grigi, son of Hildebrand Helidor, Maximilian Manderville, and this is my story. I noticed I couldn't click, so I had to read it very fast. Sorry. But he went through his name as when he was with Quan, and then his new name as the son of Hildy, and all of that clockwork cog energy and stuff, and it looks like Gigi himself have all shattered, and they have made the falling threat of the towers no more. We see Hildy on his side asleep, Nashu on her side asleep, Seer on his back asleep, myself on my back asleep, eyes opening, waking up, sitting up. Seer doing the same now. We both look up. The towers are back to what they were. Not falling, not exploded. I look surprised, as does Seer. Gigi's on the ground, face down, not moving. The Elysian lady is back to her old self, pink robes. The old man, white mage, is falling asleep again, standing up. The old man, dragoon, is on his butt in his small clothes again, looking up. She sinks to her knees and hands. The white mage still tries to not fall asleep standing up. Godbert is in his normal, only wearing his really tight white underwear. Julian is glowing red-black energy, as if enraged again, with her glowing red eyes as well. Godbert's a little bit shocked by that. Seer approaches Gigi. Gigi's on his back, not his face, I'm sorry. Hildy is still passed out. Seer is deciding to take Gigi and just leave, or give him to Hildy, but he picks up Gigi, closes his eyes for a couple seconds thinking, Looks up to the sky. Nashu's getting up now. The cutscene fades with that. With that happening. We have a transition. The three oldies are sitting on their butts in handcuffs behind them. Godbert's doing squats. Julian is still glowing red dark energy. Seer has his hand over Hildy? Healing him, maybe? I don't know. I couldn't, it didn't show us. But Seer is walking away from some rubble, whatever he was doing over there. It's like it never happened. With the last of his strength, he turned back the hands of time. Not just for the pillars, but for us all. He made us all as we once were. As we were meant to be. Julian is throwing a tantrum, stomping on the ground. After all that gallivanting about I'd get bugger all, what about my misspent youth? I was not meant to be this bloody old. You look like you're in your early 20s. What are you talking about? Godbert's squatting increases in pace. Ha ha ha! Such a fine day. Never have I squatted with such perfect form. I may well have reached my physical peak. Julian shakes her head, hands on hips. His squatting is so fast and hard that he's causing a disturbance in the ground. Ha! What rot! Act your age, you daft sod. What rot! Act your age, you daft sod. You look foolish, says Doris. Godbert continues squatting. You should be grateful. Gigi saw that you had become, what you had become, and gave you a second chance. She looks down to the ground. That was our second chance to relive our glory days. The dragoon looks at the ground for a second and then back up. It was all rather silly, though, wasn't it? Maybe Quan had the right of it. Maybe it's not so bad growing old. The white mage opens his eyes. I was a coward when I was young, but now that I'm old, I'm not afraid to say things like, I love you, Doris. Doris looks at him shocked. So does the dragoon, but he smiles. Doris smiles a little bit too. You're a blind, bloody fool, Gonspot. He smiles at her. Seer just shrugs. Julian crosses her arms. Nashu is kneeling, on her knees, next to Hildy, who is finally waking up. Smelling something, apparently. Sits up. Nashu still looks kind of worried. Hildy looks at the old people, or off past them, I'm not sure yet. I say, am I dead again? Quite alive, Inspector, along with everyone else, thanks to Gigi. The Grand Sirs are also in our custody. He gives a big smile, open-mouthed. Ha ha ha, that's my boy. Where's the little tyke anyway? Starts to walk away from the group, scanning for Gigi. Seer kind of bows his head a bit. Gigi embarked on a grand new adventure. He's no longer with us. Now she starts crying. Hildy, still facing away from the group, has closed his eyes. Godbert and Julian look to each other. I see. If that's what he wanted, then I could not be happier for him. I am sure Archmagus Quan would feel the same way. What do we do now, Inspector? He turns to the group. Is it not obvious, Nashu? The wide, wide world beckons to us. With the promise of mystery and wonder, we shall resume our never-ending quest for cases perplexing and profound, and perhaps, one day, we shall meet young Gigi again. He starts to do his poses. Gives the toothy, flashy smile. Nashu jumps for joy. I hate to admit it, but this whole mess got me thinking that maybe it wouldn't be so bad if I really did have a grandson, says Julian, losing her rage. Maybe if I didn't have a grandson. You did right by Gigi, Hildy. Your father and I can see that. We're proud of the man you've become.
And I am proud of you too, Mother, for finally coming to terms with the ephemeral nature of physical beauty and allowing yourself to age gracefully.
Gives his flashy, toothy smile. Again, she starts to rage again. Seer and Godbert both get panicked looks, shakily turn to Julian, who, oh thank God it's a push button, okay, who like phase shifts so quickly with her giant cast iron skillet mallet thingy, phase shift rushes over to right beside Hildy. Gracefully, was it? She says. Smile, like a creepy, I'm about to knock the crap out of you smile, like red eyes. We got an uppercut swing of the cast iron, knocking Hildy up into the sky, as usual. I fear we may have had a failure to communicate. She goes soaring after him. She has jumped. She does a downward... well, actually, I guess it had some topspin on it, because, or backspin really, because it sends him spinning into a faraway, floating, diamond-shaped rock in the sky. There he goes again! Wait for me, Inspector! Wait! Says Nashu. She goes running. Julian lands, wielding the... Oh. Hildy breaks through the big diamond-shaped rock in the sky.
Hark! What is that curious light I spy in the far eastern skies, and this oh-so-familiar scent which fills my nostrils? Do I smell a case? Worry not for me, my friends, for wherever the wronged want for succor, I, Hildebrand, shall be there, till we meet again.
And he, like Superman pose, shoots through the air. It sounds like toward, what's it called? Kugane, the Far East. Julian had landed safely on the ground, by the way. That's what I was about to say. She is no longer raging. Seer walks over to where he put Gigi and lifts him up in his arms again. Gigi's still unmoving. I had a feeling that comment about his mom aging gracefully was not going to go well, but... Godbert has the polearm, black mage staff, and white mage staff on his back, held there Godbert knows how, since he has no clothing. Each of them could theoretically go through the back of his underpants and out the leg. And Julian has the giant skillet strapped to her back.
I say, you do know that so long as the core remains intact, little Gigi is not actually dead, says Godbert.
Shock from both me and Seer. That's right, so dry your tears, boy. There's no need for all this moping about, says Julian.
He has fallen into a dormant state because he used up all his ether. His core will gradually recharge as it draws upon the ambient ether, and in time he will awaken from his torpor. I shall tend to the child for now. Seer gets kind of a mischievous smile on his face. Or, I guess maybe just happy. I smile as well. The three old people are up with their hands behind their backs, but I don't see cuffs. They're just held there. But they're probably supposed to be cuffed, I don't know. As for these three, I should be glad to take them back to Ishgard in your stead.
A most generous offer, my lord, but hardly necessary. After all, 'tis my duty to bring them to justice. Next a little bit. Oh, yes, it was my duty. After everything I said to that young inquisitor, I can't go back to Ishgard. They'll toss me in a jail and throw away the key if they don't kill me outright. So go to Idleshire and live in Hildy's gazebo.
Someone ought to look after it while he's away, you know? Says Julian. That doesn't sound all that bad, actually. Full glad am I to accept your offer. I give a fist and palm to him in a nod. He nods back. Julian nods, puts her hands on her hips and shakes her head a little bit. Looks to Godbert. I suppose there's nothing for it but to wait until he comes back down.
'Twas a most graceful strike, my love. You haven't lost your touch.
They look to Seer. Seer nods. I nod. The three old people just kind of stand there. And the camera spins around, shows us the floating islands, floating land masses, the sun in the sky, the twinkle of Hildy's teeth as they kind of one last time show him, just like a ghostly kind of whatever of him. Not ghost, obviously, but it's the best way I could describe it. We talk to Seer to continue. We're not even done yet. I suppose there's nothing for it but to leave the grand sirs to Lord Godbert, and for me to see to Inspector Hildebrand's gazebo. I'd like to thank you for everything you've done. If you find yourself in Idleshire, come and see me. There are a few arrangements that I need to make, but I can't imagine that it will take that long for me to settle in. Thank you, my friend. Until we meet again. And we'll go back to Idleshire. 174 will teleport us there. Alright. Back in Idleshire, we head southwest from the frickin' Aetheryte. That's a cool mount. I actually know where you get it now. You have to kill that particular world boss twice, I think? And that requires like a huge amount of people. It's part of like a hunt trains, I think. Here's Seer to finish the quest outside of the quote-unquote gazebo with the mural on it. Looking back on the course I've run, it's hard not to think of the man I was and feel ashamed. Before I took on this case, I had only left the capital a handful of times. The rubbish I believed, the facts I considered unassailable. Fury take me, what a fool I was. Why'd I do that? If I hadn't met you and the inspector and Gigi, I would have never realized how much I had come to hate my job, nor would I have discovered how much more satisfying it is to seek out the truth, the whole truth. One might say that getting labeled a heretic and having to flee Ishgard is the best thing that could have happened to me. After all, now I am free to start a new life here in Idleshire as a consulting inspector. I give him a smile and a nod. But enough of that. There is someone I would like you to meet. He looks down toward the ground. And a very small Gigi. Lord Godbert made some modifications, as you can see. His smaller size should allow him to absorb ether more effectively over time. We thought that if he were to travel with you and share in your grand adventures, yes, that maybe it would hasten his reawakening. Get a little Gigi minion. Yes. Freaking Alpha and now Vivi. It's freaking awesome, man. Thank you, my friend. I do hope our paths cross again someday. May the Fury bless you and keep you. I'm gonna have to modify what my favorites are now. Crap, like Moonbreeda, Alpha, and Gigi are the ones that really come to mind. 5,000 gil, a Gigi minion, also known as Vivi, but his secret is safe with you. Oh my gosh. And then like, I have these little Chocobo chicks that are also awesome. The camera pans to the sun in the sky. We're probably gonna have that one last. Oh. We get this little like memories kind of thing. We see the mural on the wall. Stacks of research papers, probably like Master Quan's stuff. Archmagus Quan stuff. Seer in our... Oh, he's in a blue tuxedo now. That's hilarious. I find it kind of funny, at least. Moving boxes around, stacking stuff, cleaning stuff. Books, barrels, books going in barrels that are, I guess, useless now, I guess. I don't know. Sees one in particular that probably used to be his Inquisitor book. Throws it in the barrel. Gets a broom. Sorry, probably, yeah, a broom and a bucket, which don't really go together. A mop and a bucket, yeah. But he goes out into the sunlight outside of the Knot gazebo. Stretches in the sun, sees the mural. Smiles, nods to it. Starts his sweeping. Oh, there's a zombie. There's a Zombibrand. The King Zombibrand outside just doing his poses. There's some of those Corbin... I call them Corlin? Like the gem monsters? Ore monsters? Hildebrand will return, ... question mark? Black screen. That's... that is what you are, achievement. What's that? What's that say? Completed the quest if I could turn back. Yeah. Oh my god, we got a GGVV. Josh. Okay. We can really cut down on these favorites. Don't care about that. Oops. Midgard Stormer, yeah, kinda. I mean, the Onion Knight, we're past that. Road Sparrow, I don't care. Serpent Hashling, great. Zloey, great. Nutkin, don't care. Accompaniment Node. Unicolt, not really. Peacock, no. Like I said, Moonbreeda stays. Palico, still, yeah, kinda. Nanamo, I mean, come on. Enkidu, sorry, no. Armadillo Bowler? Where did... I don't remember you at all. Shinryu, Fafnir, I don't know about those. I love turtles, so the turtles always stay. Koala, don't care. Taru, kind of, yeah. Oh wait, where'd Vivi go? I'd add Vivi. Mudpie. We got Mudpie while soloing Saint something Moran's Arboretum on hard mode to get a blue spell. Alice, an Alphino, I have the Gentleman, Raban, Orchifant, Emmerich, Estinian, Zloey, Sadu, Gratia, just a regular misspell. I don't know. Gaia's pretty cool. Gigi, you're obviously fucking going in the favorites. I like these mammoths, but not enough to... I don't care about the Kirkran, don't care about the Chameleon. That's fine. I love Alpha and Gigi so much. Oh, he just adjusts his hat. He adjusts his widow hat. Okay. Sorry, I gotta go now. Oh, there's a Moblin. Just looking at the door here. Inspector Sear! Inspector Sear! But this door will not open. Psh, still out and about. I don't know where the next quest comes from. He did say like the Far Eastern stuff. I'm gonna go to Kugane actually right after this and check. But until then, let's get Vivi. Can you go here? Hold on. Can you come this way? Turn for the camera, please. Okay, whatever. We thank you for watching. Adjust your hat, you little cutie. We'll see you next time. Bye bye for now. Hope you enjoyed.